Module 2, Employee Title CRUD Operations. Another free lesson to help you become a better coder. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your continued support helps make these videos possible. And as always, I thank you all for watching this video. So in this module 2, we are going to do the employee title CRUD operations, similar to what we did with the employee. However, in this one, we are going to complete the whole thing, and it shouldn't take that long since our first initial form has been done. All we have to do is just modify the object and the variable names. All right, let's get going. All right, let's go to our folder, Access projects. And what was it? Project management. I've been I've been doing a couple of things for the past few days. So let's pick back up where we left off. Copy that last module, copy, paste, and we are going to rename this guy as Module 2. Yes, let's moving on. Module 2, what is this one? This one is going to be, what was it? Oh yeah, employee title, CRUD. Employee title, CRUD. Yeah, let's see what we, after I'm uploading the last project, I was on another project, both inside the house and outside the house, and little programming of other things. But let's pick this up. Let me enable this there. I think last time we did was the employee, and we were doing this this guy and the search. I think it still works, hopefully. Yep, good. How about the edit? How about the cancel? All right. Actually, let's go ahead and see if we can select one of these guys. How about IT? Save. Perfect. Will the IT stay there? Let's select this one. Is Sharon Salavaria. Let's check back. Yep, good. All right. Oh, next to Michael Sullivan we did last time. How about add? Okay. Will it return the previously we canceled? Perfect. Okay, all still working. All right. So in this one, we are going to do this guy right here. All right. We're going to be able to do the CRUD for the employee title, in case we need to change, update, or add. All right, so let's do that. This should be simple enough. It's probably the reason why I didn't come back here for a couple of days and doing other things. But let's make a copy of this employee right here. Control C, Control V, and change that to employee title. How about that? Most of the CRUD's already done. All we had to do here is to change the object. All right, so but let's also make a copy of this subform right here. Control C, Control V. Again, that's a subform, and it's going to look very similar to this employee. All right, and I'm going to show you how quickly we can blow this up. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to the let's open it up in the design view, and let's go back to the code right here. we're gonna open up the code. So you will see this guy right here. We're gonna change the employee to, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna highlight this guy, Control F, and then replace. Make sure the current module is selected, and we are going to, let's see, I'm gonna copy that, and then we're gonna add title behind it, and then replace all. That will just do it for us. All right. Also, this guy right here, the title as, make sure it's title. All right. There. That's pretty quick. All right. So let's see. Now, before we work on the front end, well, actually, we need to change the control names here on this guy. All right. So let's see what we have here. We have got the title name, title description. Oh, that's easy. So we are going to want this guy, see employee there. I think it's called employee title ID. Let's double check. Make sure we have this name correctly. Yep, title ID. That's good. I'm going to leave that there just in case I need to come back. So we'll go ahead and change this to employee title ID. And then the rest is the same. Yeah, we don't have to change anything. All right. So now we'll come back over here. We're going to change this title. Like so. This guy. Let's see. Yep. This guy. We're going to make that title name. And then the air. Remove the first name to title name. And then the next one, I'm going to delete this bottom two because they're only two columns, two information. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this guy off and change this guy to description. And what is the name? Title description. All right. So we're going to come over here. Yeah, this is title description. That's once you've done the first part, the rest is just modifying the current functions and controls. Title, like so. Because like I said in the previous video, the first part is just the harder part because you have to go through all these, you have to come up with all these functions to turning on and off all controls. All right, so that's the reason why this was taking long. Now the search right here, we're gonna worry about this later. How about the load? So everything looks good right there. We don't have to change anything there. Let's see. The employee name right here is gonna be the title. All right, there. And then first name, oops, would be the title name. Title name. Yep. And then the description. See how easy it is. And then we're gonna drop these two off. And then let's see. It's probably easier if I just do this. Copy there, 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 and then let's see. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna revert back, and I'm gonna do this right here. Control F like I did last time, and there, and then change this. Change the employee ID to txt employee. Oops. Make sure you spell correctly now. Employee title ID. All right. and that should replace everybody there. And then the first name, so we're going to change the first name, txt first name to txt title name, and that should also change everybody. Description, let's use the last name as a description. Alright, so we're gonna go to, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this guy, makes it easier. And then come back in here, change the last name, and then paste in there. Perfect. That's it. Alright, so now we're gonna drop the email address and the drop down list. So that we should have everything updated. This one unlock. Okay, good. So we don't have email address or so see how easy that is. And yeah, these are the things that you we need to fix the error here. So the error would be that error message. The error message is okay, but the title name, I'm going to copy that. And then the next one is title, title description. So I'm going to copy that too. Right there. And then we're gonna get rid of this email and the title. Alright, we're moving pretty fast. Now the validation. So title name, title description. We don't have this email, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so that's good. Perfect. Just those two guys. Moving on. Now, if validated, then the employee title. Alright, so this guy will be title ID. This one is title name. The last one is title description. See there. And then delete that, and we'll save. Now the save would be, we're going to change this guy right here. Let's go to employee title, DB access, save, just like that. Okay, how about display? We're going to change this to title. As a matter of fact, I'm going to revert back again. We're going to use the find tool here to replace. Right there, copy that guy, paste, and then add title right there. Alright, make sure that current module is selected now. Only two places, which is expected. That's come from the control. See, now got that. I'm going to copy this booger right here on the bottom here. See this employee title DB access? We're going to paste it right there and change this guy to there. That's perfect right there. And now, see this guy title, that's changed. So these two right here need to be gone. And this guy right here needs to be a title. You see there? Yeah, once you're done one, all you have to do is just come back and modify the stuff, the control and variables, and you should be good. Control S. Let's move up. See, here's control the same way. So I'm going to start up with the top one here. See if that one needs to be, employee title, access, and then I'm going to double click on that and delete. Oopsie, let's try that again. Dot, this one is delete, so make sure you select delete it. Perfect. See that, we change that. So all this is good. Let's move to the next one. How about the save? Good, good. We don't have to change anything. You notice how we don't have to change anything there? Look at that. That's good. How about the edit? Okay, previous, current, good. So we're moving real fast. Then we've been at it for about, what, less than 5 minutes? So we're almost done. We're almost done. This guy right here, you're about to delete the title name, so we don't need this bottom one. I'm gonna get rid of that because last time it was first name, last name. Now we just need a title. Are you sure? Look at that. We're done. Control S. All right, let's go test it out. Let's go test it out. Let's see if it works. All right. Remember, we have not done anything to this subform right here. So I'm going to go back in there and turn off the subform. That way it's not going to bark at us. All right. So I'm going to use my font control and type in SFRM. That's the subform name. See there? Search. I'm gonna comment that out. All right, see what else. That's it. There's only one place. Good, good. I thought we did the delete. We should have a delete in there. So when we delete, we want to update it as well. What happened? And yeah, save and delete. You know what? When we delete, we need to refresh that. We didn't do that last time. So what I want to do here then, I want to go ahead and copy this guy and put the bottom there. Yeah, these are the things that you have to go through. All right. I am I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but just recognizing and recognizing what you have to do. So yeah, I make mistakes. You've seen me make mistakes, and I don't consider myself as perfect either. So you will see me make mistakes, but I will recognize my mistakes when I see it over and over again, because just like this one, when you delete a record, the subform should be refreshed, you see, and that's what you do. So then every now and then, as a programmer, as a code every day, I go back to all the codes I have, or maybe 10,000 lines of code. I go to each function and subroutine and look at them and see if I can refactor and improve on the coding. All right. So initially your code is going to be somewhat pretty good. All right. And what you are looking for as you code, you're looking for redundancy and what needs to happen. See if you can improve on. We call that refactoring. All right. So let's see. I think that's good enough. We turn off that guy. So let's go to the front end. Let's see if we can do. I'm going to close that down. Let's see if we can try this guy. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and fix this. We gotta have the record to work with. So let's yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and fix this guy. This one we got employee list. We are going to I'm going to copy that guy since it's already there, and query employee title list. All right, as I have mentioned in the past, if you, I'm going to drop the employee out. If you and add these two guys in there, see first name, I'm going to delete this name. Oh, okay, we got a title name already, so we'll go ahead and remove this guy there. As I was saying, if you try to name these names, these objects, the queries and our table and the like, consistently the same way, it is easier to really work with the stuff that you need. Oh, we need the title ID. Yeah, we're gonna need that. My bad. Yeah, make sure you grab that. Okay, that's what we are going to select this guy and edit. All right, save that. And now let's go to the subform. So that's what you have to do. It's just copy and paste and making sure that the stuff is, you know, is what you want. I'm gonna, instead of pulling this guy down and open it up, I'm gonna select the employee from here. So there are a couple of things I've done to help you. See this right here, ID. I'm gonna select that and it's hidden. All right, so what I want to do here, I want to change that to the title. See, copy that. All right, so I showed you a variety of different ways of doing things. And employee name right here, I'm going to change that to the title name. See that? Copy that. So every now and then I switch up to doing some other things. Let's say I'm going to select email and change that to description. Copy, paste. I think we should have everybody now. Yep, so title name, title description, employee title ID, perfect. All right. So as I was saying, if you do everything the same way, and it's easier to identify. All right, and here we just change it to a title. You see that the name, it makes it easier. So I'm just going to add title to there, copy that booger, put it in there, put it in there, put it in there, and that's it. And that's all we have. All right. So the search text in the query list is always the same. Be, you know, like I said, be consistent, and everything will be the same. So now we're going to change this employee to title, titles, and display title, employee title. You see there? And then we're going to change that to employee title ID. And here's the same way. Just change that to title. Double click on that, employee title, you see, and then we just add this guy to display title. And that's basically how you would do it. All right. Also see these names right here. That would be title, employee title, or title name. I think it's a title name. Yep, title name, title description. So instead of changing all that, I'm just going to do this, title name, and it will recognize it, right? And change this guy to title description, and it should see it. All right. So here is change that to a title. Perfect. We're done. All right. Control S. Let's close the subform. Yeah, let's close that down and open the guy up. Let's still revert back to, okay, hold on just a second. Close design. Select this guy right here and then change this guy to employee title. See how it changed? And then copy that, move it up, move the cursor up and paste there. Alright, so now while I have that in my I'm gonna replace this guy with the proper name. My clipboard here, change that guy to proper name, see there, and now I can undo that, come up here and uncomment that out as well. Alright, Control S and save, close it down, let's open it up. Okay, first name, so let's close that out, see where it's looking. Right here, see that first name. So what we need to do is go in there and see what is going on. Where is first name? I don't see a first name anywhere here. Oh, let's take a look at this first. Double click on this. There, that's where it is. So what needs to happen here, we can come in here because these are the things that you, oh, okay, here is the search text. That's the problem right there. Yep, so we're going to drop all that and then add the title description. That should be good. Alright, so change your search text, remove all the first name and last name, and now if we run this guy, we should be able to, there you go, good, perfect. Alright, you see how it's got this extra column here, extra row in there. Let's take a look at why. Alright, let's take a look at why. How about allow edit? See there, allow edition. That's the problem right there. Allow deletion, nope. Allow edit, nope. And also lock. Alright, so I'm going to highlight this. I want to make sure that I lock the controls. Looking for locked. Yep, it's locked. Okay, good. So that means in the excuse me, in the subform for employee here, let's go back in there. Because they behave the same way as a copy from that guy, I want to look for, I'm looking for allow addition. See there? We got to get rid of that. Alright. Now close it. So we should be good now. There you go. So now it looks good. What happened if we click on this? Will it work? Okay, so that's good. It cannot find the form employee. That's fine. So so we know what that is. Let's go back to the code behind in the here. See right here, change that to title. That's it. That's all you have to do. Alright, that's what it's referring to. Alright, Control S, that's in the subform, because when we click this is the first thing it does. Alright, so now let's try that again. Okay, so something is null, so let's go check this out. This is in the display. Alright, this is in display because something is null, you cannot set certain things in if it's null. So if I move it down that way, you will see. Click. Okay, so employee exists by ID. Okay, that's in the retrieval function. Alright, So let's instead of going there, employee title right here. We're almost done, by the way. It's not that big a deal. All right, it's right around here. So we are going to change this guy, break this guy, and examine what happens here. I bet you if the title description is null. All right, let's try that. Let's check that out. See there? See, perfect. That's what I thought. Okay, because we did not send it when we add this one. We add it in the code in the table directly. All right. So what needs to happen here? We can do this NC, and then put that guy in as. All right. Now the title is the same way. All right. So, but we shouldn't have title name. All right. Just a description. If you fix that, it should fix everything. I'm gonna stop that break and continue with the code, and we should be good. There you go, president. Okay. So let's see if we can. How about let's select another one? Perfect. See there? Perfect. So that's selected. Now let's update this. See if it updates it. All right. Okay. Good. Employee ID, continue. Good. And let's add the how about president and owner, just like that. Okay, good. So these are the things that we have to take care of here. Title name. We didn't. How come we didn't fix this guy? This one should be description. Oh no, my bad. Error. Title name. Oh, that's that. Yeah, this should be. Error. Not description. Title name. I keep hitting the description. I'll go ahead and copy this guy there, and here's the same way. Change that to the description, error description, and copy that. Select that, copy, and put it on the bottom there. So that should fix that. See that? See what I did there? We want to turn on and off. All right. So let's continue. Perfect. All right. Now let's go to the manager, and here we're gonna edit. How about IT department manager. Save successfully. All right. Now when we save, I noticed we didn't. Yeah. When we save, we also want to refresh this guy. All right. So to do that, so we just save, but it didn't refresh. Right. Now, why did this one refresh? Because we select. All right. So let's try that. Let's go back in here in the code. This is pretty easy. Right here, copy this guy. In the save right here. After we lock, we also refresh. All right. So now, every time we save, it should update this guy. All right. So let's click on this guy. You see there, when we click on this guy, it updates it. All right. Now, if we update this guy and change, let's see, I'm gonna show you. IT department team member. Now watch, when we save, it should refresh this guy. See, that's what we want. All right. Now this guy, lastly, edit. Human resources. That's it. All right. Save. Perfect. And that's what we want. How about the good? See there? In the search, we don't have to do anything. Once we're done once, we don't have to do anything. You see there? Man, there you go. Good. Good. So that's all good. How about that? That's pretty nice and simple. Like I said, once we're done the first portion on these forms, it's just a repetitive and just modify the code to fit what you need. All right. And in this case, it's this guy. Wow, I'm added. You see this form name? All right. Let's fix this form name. Okay. I'm gonna close that out. Or actually, we're gonna go to form design view. Go to the onload right here. Let's change that name to me caption equals employee title. And then while we're at it, I'm going to copy that. Go to the employee, and I think it's way on down there. Load. You see there? See right here? Paste, and then just employee. You can do employee management. Control S, save. Yeah, let's make this title like so. That's it. That's nice and simple. You see there? So now we have two forms that are ready. All right, we got the employee. All right, we also have the employee title. See there? And all working. All right, so the next one I want to let me take a look at. Yeah, I guess we can do the same with this timesheet here in the next module. All right. Currently, it's going to be just manually entering the information. All right, with selecting the employee and all that. And let's see, this is the date. Yep, and the work hours. Okay. So we're not going to go too crazy with this timesheet. Normally, what you really want to do here is you want to have a clock in, clock out. All right, and that means you're going to have another table would be the timesheet detail, which holds or records the clock in, clock out time. All right, and that is linked to here. Okay, meaning each timesheet will have the timesheet details. All right, so that would be a parent-child situation. But in this application, this project, I'm going to omit doing that because I don't want to get too crazy. And it's not that hard, all right? But I don't want to get too crazy. I want to get these guys this project management system done, all right? And if we need to, we can always come back to this. It's not that big a deal. But let's get the whole thing done correctly, and then and code as we go, all right? So and by the way, what we have been doing here is called agile programming. All right, now the agile programming means you code the object and make that object work as expected, and then you can deliver your finished code, all right, the portion that you finish, to your user to test it out. All right, while you're working on another one, just like we did here, we did the employee, we finished it. All right, all is working. That's called agile programming. And then we'll come back to do the next one. All right, so we do this feature, this portion of the employee title. All right, when that is working, and we'll move on to the next one. That's called agile programming. Now the waterfall programming, meaning you have to code everything, the whole entire project. All right, and then that is not very popular because, all right, because the whole entire project must be done before you can test. in the agile programming, like we have been doing, right? All these modern programs, we code a function and then deliver. Code a function and deliver. All right. So that's called agile programming. All right. That is pretty quick and simple, nice and easy. All right. Like I said, all right. Once you have the first portion done, the rest of them is pretty easy because it relies on the same code. All right. The only thing that is different is the object. All right. And these objects are this. Let me show you. Right here. These are the objects that we work with. All right. So we just change the object and modify the variables to what it needs, and that's all you have to do, because all these save function, add new function, delete function, and edit function, these are all done already, and set control and all these whistles and bells already done. All right. And especially the search text, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, I really like that search text. All right. So anyways, that's that. Happy programming. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.